So what actually happens if we do run out of money in retirement? This is a question I've had ever since we started the channel. I've also had comments guaranteeing that we'll run out of money in retirement. So I just wanted to explain how our income and outgoings work. Not in too much detail. I have had some comments recently saying that I put too much detail. I know I've had a lot of people saying that it's great that I do put out a lot of detail, but that I really shouldn't for, security. So I'm not going to do that today. I'm not going to go into exact investments and things like that. I'll leave that for the members videos, and also occasionally we'll be sharing some extra stuff on the Casting Off community, which I'll talk about again in a second. So how's the money doing? Well, we've been retired now since mid-March, end of March. So we're now coming up to, where are we now? July. So yeah, we've been kind of out of finished work for about 3 months or so. And yeah, how's it working out? Well, I had the 25% lump sum, as you probably know if you've watched this channel before. And that was around 40,000. We've nigh on spent that. Got a few thousand left. Our outgoings we've had to reduce. So we've reduced our outgoings. We've kept an eye on our shopping, and our outgoings overall are around, I should say, probably £1,500 a month now. And the reason being, our outgoings were way over £2,000 a month, and that was because we had debts and various finance programs and things that we were paying out for, and all of that's completely gone. So, which is great. Also, I use a lot of solar around the house. We've got rid of our fridge freezer. That went to family, and so we don't have that running, and it all adds up. So we've reduced our electric and gas bill down from like £300 a month to £60, less than £60 a month, which is brilliant because we're using solar a lot. And the reason for that is because I've been experimenting with the solar, because we're going to be living off grid. We have to, because otherwise the costs will be just too much. So that's one side of it. One side of our income in retirement, one side of it is our outgoings, is reducing our outgoings and reducing our shopping bill and our other utility bills. We still have council tax, we've still got the mortgage to pay, and we still have the standing charges on the utility bills as well. So aside from that, we've got a couple of insurances, obviously the car insurance, caravan insurance, house insurance, and those kind of things, life cover. And some of those will be coming with us. So our income is derived really from, I said I've got a few thousand left from the lump sum. We've done a lot with that lump sum, helped our kids out massively, I hope, if you're watching. Sometimes the kids watch. And we bought the car, we got the car serviced, we got the power, fixed the power steering. So we spent quite a bit of money on the car, spent quite a bit of money on the caravan, got a new window on the caravan, and had that service as well. So the income that we get is from what I've done with my pension is I've got some of it is invested in equities, some of it is invested in bonds, some I'm dabbling a little bit in ETFs, exchange traded funds, which is a little bit more complicated. It's not for me to go into because I'm not an advisor, I'm not qualified really, but look it up. It's fairly easy. AI will tell you all about it. So, and that's giving me an income of, I'm taking an income of £900 a month. The income I'm actually getting is close to sort of £650 a month. So there's about a £250 a month shortfall, which means I've got some cash on my SIP account, which I'm eating into a little bit. Hold that thought, because it's not quite exactly what's happening there, but I've got some cash on the account of a few thousand. That 900 kind of comes out of the income every month from those bonds and bits and pieces investments, goes into the cash pot every month, and then I take the 900, which would normally be a shortfall, and there'd be £250 a month shortfall. So you eventually start to see that go down, and the reason for that is because that gives us loads of time. That gives us like a couple of years. Don't really want to deplete my pension, but that gives us a couple of years to sell the house, So at the start, when I first started talking about this on the channel, talking about selling the house, we wanted to sell the house as soon as possible because we were worried about the mortgage payment each month. Now, if interest rates go up, then we could have a problem because we're on a standard variable, because I don't really want any exit fees. But that's something we can deal with further down the line if there's a problem. And I know we'll be out of pocket by doing it late, but I'm holding back on doing anything with it because hopefully we'll sell the house. We're getting a lot more viewings now. Something hopefully should come off. which I'll cover probably on another video. Anyway, as far as, we still have to pay the mortgage and, council tax and, as I say, standing charges, but most of that will go. We may end up paying council tax depending where we go and where we go to live. But once we've sold the house, there'll be no mortgage. There'll be some kind of rent. So that rent could be for a mooring. It might be for a camping fees, or a bit of both, some of it might go on storage as well. So we'll be paying a similar sort of amount, but the proceeds from the house I'll be able to add some of those proceeds from the house, hopefully, into more income paying bonds. But what's happened over the last 3 months is actually my pension pot over the last 3 months, because I've got some investments in equities still, and some of the bond income generating investments have also gained as well. And so my pension pot is actually gone up from what it was when I first got access to the pension in March. So it's gone up. It's a couple of grand more, which is funny, because I'm drawing 900. It's actually more now than what it was at the start. Great. May that continue. That would be wonderful. Whether it will or not, I don't know. That's the stock market for you. We'll see. But I have done a lot of research, and I'm hoping that will just continue. The pension pot will just continue to go up, so I won't be drawing down on it. Certainly not too much anyway. And then our outgoings are, so with that £900 in, my wife's Jess's pension is £400 a month, so that gives us £1,300 a month. And as I said before, we got a couple £100 a month from social media, and that all adds up to about £1,500 a month, and our outgoings are about that. Sometimes they're a little bit over, so there might be a couple £100 a month here and there going out of the remainder that we've got from the lump sum. Hope I've explained that all right. So that's really how our income's kind of working. But the good thing is, as I titled in the video, what happens if we run out of money? Well, if for instance the few thousand that I've got left over from the lump sum runs down, and we still haven't sold the house, then I've got to remember that I've got well over £100,000 sitting in a SIPP, which I could take 10 grand. Or 5 grand or a grand or whatever. In fact, I could probably take a grand and not get taxed at all. I don't get taxed on my 900 a month. I timed it well. Obviously started taking it after April, my first income, so everything kind of reset. Although my tax code is on the emergency tax, there's no tax to pay because it's under my 12,570, and that's the plan, is always have under the 12,570 so that we're not getting taxed on it at all. So if I ran out of the remainder that I have on the lump sum for any reason, then I could just take a couple of thousand as a buffer, maybe get taxed on it, 20% or whatever it is, 25%. So I would lose a bit of money, but that's a worst case scenario, and I don't see that happening for quite a long time yet. But if it does, it's there, and we could take the hit with the tax and then just put it in the account, and then and go from there. So although there was a major rush to sell the house, and we jumped in on it was sold to us that yes, if you're in a rush to sell the house, the reason being is because when we sell the house, we'll be better off. Our outgoings will be lower and our income will actually be higher. So it makes sense to want to do that as soon as possible. But unfortunately, the house has dragged on a bit because we went on the modern auction method, and because the downturn in the market, it's not a very moving market at all, very static. The modern auction method is the worst thing you can do in that time, I think, and we've already had some feedback where mortgage advisors, disgusting really, but mortgage advisors are even telling potential buyers not to see our house because it's on the modern auction method, which is really out of order, because that's not explained properly. It's probably to do with the commission they get, I reckon. It's something to do with the way the mortgage works. Maybe that the mortgage companies don't deal with auction properties and they don't get their commission. That's what it will be about. It won't be in the buyer's interest at all. Never is. And that's my personal, professional experience. But at the end of the day, we are coming out of contract for the auction. I said that we were going to probably pay a fee to get out of it, but why would we want to pay a fee? We've got another month, and if we haven't sold the house by the end of July, then we'll be changing agents, moving over, getting off the auction and going on to the traditional method and have a complete refresh. We might even take it off the market for a couple of months while we go away and see how we go when we come back. Might do that. The market might be even more difficult, but The thing is now that we've realised, because of the way the income's working and the way we've managed to reduce our outgoings, the time pressure is not actually as much as it was, really. So, you know, the only time pressure we now have, because of our mortgage being an interest-only mortgage with no endowment backup, we have to repay the full amount within 7 years. I think it's 7 years, 7 or maybe 6 years. So I'm sure we'll sell the house in that time. But what I don't want to do now is rush the whole process and start reducing the house price and you know, and going for desperate measures like that. You know, I'd rather actually, well, yeah, we can afford to hold out a little bit and get a better price anyway. So, you know, wait for the market to pick up. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to bide our time. We're still going to holiday, and we're going to enjoy ourselves, and you know, start doing some travelling like we said we would do. And if we need to draw a little bit extra as income, I've still got some scope to draw more, because I'm only taking £900 a month. I could take, you know, I could up that by 100 or so a month going forward if I wanted to or needed to for us to go away. So yeah, it's looking a lot better than I thought, and it's looking a lot better than a lot of people told me it would be. But you know, that's what you get. You'll always get people who tell you, you know, if you do anything slightly away from the norm, you'll always get, you guarantee you will always get somebody who will try and slam you down. And we're seeing that a lot. Still seeing that a lot, funny enough. But it doesn't matter whether on YouTube or TikTok or even face to face with people. But although funny enough, I've not had one person tell me to my face that it's a bad idea. I've had people say, oh, I wouldn't want to do that, but you know, that's about them, not us. I've had no one tell us that they don't think that we can do it. You know, it just shows what sort of people you get online. And I know, you know, I'll get shot down now for even mentioning that. But, you know, it's all part of the journey, as I was told by a lot of people. You know, take the comments, it's all part of the journey. So if it's part of the journey, then I'm allowed to talk about it, right? Well, which is it? You can't have it both ways. So, you know, there's a short update, just letting you know how the income's doing. I mentioned members, and I mentioned videos for members and for the casting off community that I'm kind of building. And we've had some really, really great results and some feedback from that. So thank you to all who have joined the community. And again, thanks again to all of our members. Membership on the channel has gone up and down. And I've got 5 existing members, for some of which have been with us for quite some time now. We have French girl in the UK who has been with us been with the channel for 10 months. So thank you so much for your support, and I hope you're getting value from the channel and from the extra videos. I know we've talked about you know, various bits and pieces about the content. Also, thank you to Tested Tutor. You've been with the channel for 6 months now. You know, it's a long time. It's a long commitment to. So I feel honoured to have someone sticking with us. And Florence the dog. I know on the channel it says 2 months, but I know that you rejoined as a channel insider as well. So appreciate your support. And then we have Susan Dolan and Athena World, who joined more recently. Thanks again for your support, really appreciate it. So look, you know, it is early days. So for those detractors, you know, yeah, you're quite right. It's only 3 months. It could all go wrong still. Absolutely. Of course it could. But it's not at the moment. So thanks very much. Keep watching. You know, and I'd appreciate it if anybody has retired early as well. You know, how are you doing? Did you think that you might run out of money? Has it happened? I've not heard of anyone kind of, if they have run out of money, I've not heard of it. But, you know, it's always, oh, my aunt's brother or somebody else in the family, extended family, ran out of money. I've never really heard anyone directly tell me, you know, maybe they're too embarrassed to. I don't know. I'm sure it happens. But do you find that you just adapt? Because that's what we would do. You know, if we started running out with the money I've got left over from my 25%, or I started running out in my pension pot, I'd adapt. I'd figure out something to do. We're remarkably adaptable, us humans. And so, you know, that's what we do. So talking about the community and the membership program on YouTube, that's where I'm going to be sharing more in detail about the investments that I've got, specifically how the bonds and various other investments are paying me income in retirement, rather than sharing my details on the main public site, as you've advised. So so look out for that. If you'd like to join the casting off community, please check out the link in the description and possibly on the card that should appear in a second. We look forward to seeing you on there. And if you wanted to become a channel member, just click the join button. It'll take you to a video with no commitment, tell you a little bit about what we do there. And of course, if you don't know what on earth I'm talking about and you're new to the channel, then if you are close to retirement, considering retirement, or just want to retire early, if you're just thinking about getting out of the rat race and getting out of the system, then you know, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you on further videos. That's it from me today. I will run through some, how we got on being off grid when we were away on holiday, and in the meantime I'll see you all soon.